Hello, this is Kim and she's going to do my makeup
I am.
with my wonderful products.
Cool. So I thought we'd do a little test first, just to start things off. Foundation first.
Okay.
And there are 3 ways to put your foundation on. Really, there's probably more, but there's a beauty blender, there's a brush, and there's your fingers. Which way do you use?
I use my fingers and then I use a smaller version of one of those things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a tiny little one that fits in my bag.
Yeah, and they're always better when they're damp. Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
So
Much
how
better
do
when
you
they're
dampen
damp.
it?
Well, you can put them under the tap, or you can get some of your Blue Skin
Ah, I love this spray.
moisture mist and just give it a spray. So
Okay. Okay, I didn't know that.
well, you know, that's why you're here.
Yes, that's right. Makeup tutorial.
Makeup tutorial. So, what we generally do is it got a top on? It's got
And
a
you're
top
going
on.
to turn it around. It's locked.
Oh, New Skin. So. If you put a little pump on top, maybe that's not enough for a whole face, but we'll start there.
Okay.
Because we don't want to waste any product,
Okay.
because it's valuable.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I'll dot the foundation around the face, and then we'll blend it in. And with a beauty blender, you bounce. Did
Okay.
you know that?
No.
No. Did you rub?
I rubbed.
Yes, well, you see, you'll get a rubbed look about yourself
Okay.
instead of a bounced.
Okay, yeah, so wet it and
Pop it on the parts of the skin that you want it,
mm,
and then you bounce, 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 bounce. And obviously, you know, you can have a look at your finish, and then you can pop a bit more on if you want to. I'm going to pop a bit more on. I'm a kind of like medium to full coverage kind of gal. I don't like, well, I suppose if you're just going down the shops,
yeah.
to Tesco's to get your shopping, then a light coverage is all you need for that, really. But you know, if you're going to go,
This has got sun.
if you're going to go out, okay.
So it's sort of handy if it's handy if I haven't used something, my moisturiser, it doesn't have a, sometimes I use an uplifting cream, it doesn't have sun protection, so then having this on top is good, and I do it probably light then.
So you're going to get that dewy look while it's drying,
Okay.
and you can see that it looks dewy at the moment, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you see it looks a little bit dewy?
Mm.
But that's it, that's while it's, because the beauty blender's damp, so
Yeah.
it's going to dry.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we use the powder. This is the powder.
Finishing powder.
Yeah. And strangely, I'm going to use the beauty blender.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes, I
Okay.
am. And usually what we do is tap a little bit into the lid. It's the easiest way to do it.
Finishing powder.
Yeah, especially if you're using your beauty blender and it's damp. You don't want to be clogging up your holes with the damp beauty blender, do you? So if you've got it in the lid, you can put your product on there, and then we're gonna start under the eyes first to set the foundation. Light coloured, translucent. Translucent's always better when you're talking about powder. Unless you're talking about like a compact and you're out and you've got like a smudged chin where
Yeah.
you get the reds coming through, then you get your compact out and you patch up that hole.
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah,
They do.
but
do
if
a
you're
compact, I haven't
setting
got-
your
yeah.
foundation, it needs to be translucent.
Okay.
And this is what really kind of like this loose powder is all about. It's about setting your foundation with some
Okay.
loose powder. So you get a lighter one, darling.
Okay. I can do that. We've got a lighter one. Does it have to? Can it be like a compact powder or it has to be a loose powder?
Compact powder's good for like when you're out and you want to patch
You
up.
do that, yeah.
Loose powder's for like when you want to set your foundation.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what you just said. And I didn't hear it. I did hear it, but I sort of didn't take it all
Okay.
on board. We might have to edit that bit out.
No, you're not editing that out.
No.
You're not editing that out.
No, okay.
Because you know, this is mistakes that people make, and it's always just as well to make those mistakes and
Fix them up.
hear it twice, just so you remember it. You heard it twice here first.
If it's not too dark though.
No. Now, you don't really suffer from dark lines underneath your eyes, do you?
No, because I do intermittently use a cream under there to get rid of them.
Right, and that's the skincare that you use as well.
That's
That'll
right, yeah.
eradicate all of that.
Yeah,
Because
and it
you
gets
do
rid
that
of
often.
bags. Yeah, I actually don't need to do it too often, but I actually, because I've been, I don't know, since I've got to London, I don't know, my sleeping isn't 100% yet. I'm not really jet lagged, but I have a little bit of dark lines, but dark circles, but not too bad.
So what would you call that?
I think it's called a concealer or a highlighting concealer. I don't know what does it
Yeah,
say.
it's like the Touche Eclat one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a copy of that.
Yeah.
And the Touche Eclat is Estee Lauder, and it was like just became massive years ago, and it's for the under eye, and it's just to lighten that whole area. Now this has got a great big lump of product on it, so we'll put that on the back of my hand so that we can you know, apply it, but I'll take it from there, so I won't twist up more. But there's just a tiny little bit in the corner that's dark, but other than that you're quite good on your under eye. And this has got light reflective particles in it, probably.
Yeah.
Which is why it's like the Touche Eclat one. So maybe we'll go in with a brush this time, just to make sure that it's all exactly in the right place. But it's these inner corners with you. I think that's the only place that you really need it.
Okay.
There we go. Concealer. Now, you see, funny thing about the Touche Eclat, which it's not, it's the new skin one, but lots of people use it everywhere, all over their face, but it's really to brighten the sunken areas and to bring them forth.
Right.
Really, concealers for that place that you got discoloration. On me, it's my chin and on my nose. Have you got any discoloration?
Yeah, I've got
maybe
a-
a
I've
tiny
got a
bit
spot,
around your nose here, underneath. But that's what the concealer's for.
I've got something on my nose as well, like a spot. Or
Oh,
a
just
vein.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, the tiniest little thing, Maud. Hello. If that's all I had, I'd be happy. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll put a little bit around the nose where the red is. But Maud's skin's very good, and I can only think it must be the products that she uses. What else is it?
No, I think you're right.
Little red areas, and that's what the concealer's for, really. Whereas the other one is for brightening the sunken areas.
Okay. Okay, I can sort of see it, but has it been, have you blended it yet? I mean, you.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Funny how it looks totally different
in the-
here
Yeah.
to there.
Right.
Yeah. You look so much better in real life.
You heard it here.
Yeah, she does. So the next thing we're going to do is let's put on the conditioner for the eyelashes
Okay.
and the eyebrows. Now, Maud's only got a few hairs left here, like most women, but even those hairs need to all be going in the right direction and not sticking up in an unruly fashion.
Yeah. Like a crazy professor.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to let you put on,
mine.
yeah, there's a mirror if you need one. And then we're going to apply some colour. But it's a good idea to put on the conditioner now. I put this on before I go to bed at night. Obviously, I put it on and then let it dry and then lay my head down. But it just gets all of the eyelashes going in the right direction. Then when I wake up in the morning, they're not all sticking at different angles, and I can put my mascara on. It's like, I've got eyelashes.
Have you noticed that it gives you stronger, thicker lashes, or?
Yes, absolutely. And it's great for laying the eye, because I've got a lot
Nutriol
more. I've got a lot more
eyelash
eyebrow hairs than more. So it really does keep mine all in the right direction. But for the eyelashes, it's really great because since I've been using this, I really do feel like I've got some eyelashes again.
Yeah.
Because prior to you giving me this, I was like, oh God, is that it? Is that what I've got to put up with now? No eyelashes.
I know, and the good thing about this one is that this one's got like, it comes from sea kelp, so it's basically got lots of minerals to nourish your eyelashes.
Right.
And some of those eyelash treatments, that people put on, they actually come from a drug that's used for glaucoma. And they just found that people with glaucoma got longer lashes, so that, we'll make that into a product, but it can change the colour of your iris.
Can it?
Yeah.
How?
It's just one of the side effects because it's a drug.
Oh, right.
So it's called, I can't remember the name, but it's one
Right.
of the first eyelash straighteners. Whereas this one's not going to change the colour of your irises. It's just going to nourish your hair.
Great. Well, I don't want mine changing. I quite like blue irises.
Yeah.
Although, at the moment, my glasses are
Yeah,
giving
they're
me
making them
big,
green.
big white circles. Oh. Which is
Ring
funny.
flash.
So, the brushes that I'm going to use to apply the first lot of eyeshadow
Yeah.
are the fluffy ones.
Right,
Yeah?
okay.
And they go in the crease, first of all. So if you were going to choose an eyeshadow to go into the crease and all over, you'd choose something light or a medium shade. But we're going to start off with the light shade. And, any good eyeshadow, you don't have to go... You just lightly coat the brush and then tap it off. And that's a good way of seeing, I don't know if you all saw that, but it's a good way of seeing whether the pickup is good. So if you do that and loads come off, you've put too much on.
Okay.
Yeah? So it's a good idea to think about what you're doing when you're applying makeup. So, if you're doing that and you tap it and then loads comes off, that's called waste. I know, it's strange, isn't it? And then you go, I've got none left. Well, you've wasted lots because it's called drop off. So in the crease, yeah,
Okay.
which is this bit right just in there. See where I'm stinking my finger? I'm probably hurting Maud. But that's where the eyeshadow goes first. And it's a really soft, sweeping motion.
I thought that's where you put the dark colour.
No.
There you go. I just didn't know.
Well, you do, but you have to have a blend. So if you have the lighter shade first, and then you put the dark colour in the middle of that,
Yeah.
then you've got transitional, haven't you?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? Makes sense now, doesn't it?
You're just putting it in the crease.
Yeah.
Okay.
And notice what
Very
tiny,
lightly.
tiny little strokes I'm doing.
Yeah.
There's a tendency to stick loads and loads on your brush and then just whack it all on. That's probably not the best thing to do. So I'm going to change the brush now and go for a pencil brush. I don't know if you can see that one. It's kind of like rounded, but that's a great thing to do to get the colour in the middle.
Okay.
You see that one?
Yep.
Yeah. not so fluffy, not so big. You're putting more eyeshadow on that crease area. Now you're going to put something darker. Now, it may look like a strange thing to do, but I'm going to choose that one.
Okay.
So I've gone from that one to that one. And there's a tendency to... Maud hasn't got a lot of eyelid to work with, yeah? If you've got lots and lots of eyelid, then you can go base colour, then a medium shade, and then the dark shade right in the crease.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you adjust it accordingly, dependent upon the shape of your eyes. You know, not everybody does the same makeup routine for each eye. So this is just going to go delicately just in the middle where the crease is.
Does it just under the crease, this one?
It should be, if like there. You feel that?
Yeah.
Let me just show. It's there. So you're going for that little crease there. Let's just put a little bit more product on.
But it's under the other colour, or on the other colour?
It's on top of the other colour,
Okay.
but only in the middle.
Right.
So the other colour is popping out the bottom and popping out the top.
Right.
Yeah?
I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. So then you've got a blend
Right. Okay.
rather than
But
just...
it's, yeah, so it's in the middle of that colour.
Yeah.
But it's also in the middle of that line as well.
If you can imagine that that's the whole entire area that you
Yeah.
put it on, then you've gone in the middle of that with
Yeah.
a thinner brush.
Okay.
Yeah?
But you also haven't gone all the way over in this. You've just done the middle that way.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't go too far winged out here, or else it just looks really messy on the outer corners here.
Yeah, I think that's sort of what I do.
And that's and that's another thing that might help you if you pull up the the skin on the eyebrow, not eyebrow, the
Yeah.
eyelid. Yeah, if you hold up the skin on the eyelid, then you can see what you're doing a bit better. Just, I suppose it just depends how loose the skin on your eyelid is. Okay.
Quite gentle.
Yes, well, you have to be gentle. Do they look deeper set than they did before?
Yeah, I mean, they look. I really can see them much better.
Yes. So, and the next colour I'm going to go for is the one in the middle. It's kind of like a mauvey purpley shade, and it's got a little bit of glitter in it. And the best way to pack that on is with a flatter brush. Probably something like that. It's a much flatter, and it just allows us to get the product on it and pack it on. Now, if you wet your brush with some
Moisture mist.
Yeah, moisture mist. That's what I use. You can buy fancy ones that pro makeup artists use, but that works. I use it.
Yeah, that works for so many things, actually.
Yeah.
I haven't actually used it for makeup.
Apparently, it works
either.
on the back of your hand, does it not?
Well, if we put it on the back of your hand, it would plump up your skin.
Right,
And you
and I
would
can
see
do
quite
with
a
some of that.
difference. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it on. Let's get it on. I think perhaps what I did was leave it too long before I talking and didn't get the product on. Now this has got a shimmer to it, so that's quite nice on the eyelid. Always nice to have a bit of shimmer on the eyelid, make the eye pop out.
So it's really just damp, isn't it? Just
Yeah. Just picks up the product if you wet the brush. But you don't soak it, you don't like stick it in a glass of water. Do you?
no. No. Never.
Never. Never.
Run it under the tap.
Best not run it under the tap. Some mist you want, damp, not soaking wet. So, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put some of the darker shade. It's like a very dark purple. I'm going to use that like an eyeliner. So I'm going to use a chiseled brush, something like that one. See how it's chiseled in an angled brush, I think it's called. And I don't know whether, I think I might wet this one as well. So,
Okay.
there we go. Again, sorry if you're just looking up my shirt, but it's a very, very difficult to get the right position. And if you put eyeliner or a dark eyeshadow just above the eyelashes, it gives the effect of more eyelashes. And we all want more eyelashes,
wow, you
don't
can tell
we?
already.
Yeah.
This side to that side.
So,
Wow.
and you're just going along the eyelash line.
This is instead of an eyeliner.
Well, you can do both. You can do both. Have a look, see if you think that it looks a little bit darker.
Oh, it
Your
looks
eyes have
great.
suddenly started popping out, haven't
I
they?
know, no, it's like, wow.
Let's put some mascara on. I'm going to let you do that
Okay.
because it's really difficult to put mascara on someone else. And if they can do it,
I know.
hello.
I'm just going to put it on the top lid. Do you put it on the
Yes.
bottom as well?
Yeah, and try not to just do the ends. Try to wiggle it from the bottom upwards. Yeah, because there's such a tendency as women to just like go flick, 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 and just do the little ends, and you've not. But you've got quite dark eyelashes anyway. But and I would go for backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. So you coat that right eye, and then you go to the left eye, and then perhaps you go back to perhaps go back to the left eye, and then do something else, and then do a final coat. So, you know, probably looking at 2 or 3 coats, really, I would, personally. Now, Maud's going to a wedding soon, so do you think you might do this makeup?
I think I'm going to absolutely do this makeup.
Is it a little bit different to how you do it?
Absolutely.
Well, and I'll probably do it very, very different on myself, because I like something a bit more extreme and not so
Okay.
daytime ladylike. I like over the top. Glamour puss.
I know. But it'll be good for us to look at 2 different times. I'm just putting it very lightly
Yeah.
there. Because,
But yeah, it just looks really good in the flesh, doesn't it?
yeah, if I've got,
Don't you think?
yeah, I like it.
If you're at a point where you're thinking there's too much, there's a little tiny bit of eyeshadow just there on the
Yeah.
corner. Well, then what I'd get is I'd get my
See, I've got some, what's that black
Two
line
sheet-
under there?
where? I don't know. Maybe it's just not the
I think I might have hit it with mascara.
maybe. But you've got the touche éclat, and I've got a little bit on the back of my hand. So
Okay.
if there was some eyeshadow there that you didn't want there, just
Yeah.
go back in and over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just clear up the corners of the eye.
I like it. And so would you put blush on or no?
Yeah. So do we have a blush? Yes, we do. I put the whole 9 yards on. I put that's I don't know. That's not really something
okay.
fluffier. I think
Okay.
something fluffier. Oh, there's a lot of product. That's got a lot of yeah. So
Yeah, that's,
be careful.
Yeah. that might be me travelling with it and knocking it.
This is very, 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 very. I don't know if this is doing anything. It's very, very sheer. Do you,
I prefer it to be sheer. I like subtle, me personally.
right.
We have got different blushes, and now we've got newer ones that are 2 colours, and you can
One's a contour, is
yeah,
it?
and you can sort of use them together or separately. And
I don't know if I can see this.
oh, I can.
Can you?
Oh my gosh.
Can you?
Yes. I can.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Funny enough, it looks It looks totally different there to what it does here.
Now, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I always put it on in the mirror, so that's what I'm looking at. But that's good for me.
Okay. Well, if that's good for you, that's
Okay, so
New
that's,
Skin. What colour's this called? It's not on it. It's
No.
It must be the pale peach because
yeah, I think it is peach. But actually, we've got ones now. I probably would use a different one now. This just happens to be the one I haven't finished. But the next time I'll get one of the dual action ones.
yeah, because it's nice to have something in here to add definition and shape to your face. So if you go in here,
Yeah.
not on the the roundness of your cheek, but if you go underneath,
Yeah.
it'll give the illusion
Yeah.
that you've got higher cheekbones. Hello.
So where did you go
cheekbones.
now? You went on my
I
cheekbone.
I went from the roundness right up
Right.
because
But then you would do a...
I would do. You'd find where the hollow, and
Yeah.
you'd go in with the contour. So the dark shade, anything just a little bit taupe or bronzer, that sort of colour.
Okay.
But I don't think we've got anything here. So
So I'm just going to finish with
What is that?
lipstick.
okay. So I was thinking we could do something that you've never done before.
Okay. Okay.
And-
Let's do something
and
I've never
put-
done before.
Put on a shade that you would probably never normally wear.
Okay.
Would you wear that one?
Well, let me... I don't know if that's the one I'm going to wear, or let's just see what the options
The one
are.
she's going to wear now.
Hi. Let's see all the options. I'm going to put all the options so you can...
Yes,
I mean,
I kind of like, because we've got purple, so I'd kind of go for one of these
These
pinky,
are palettes.
pinky shades, nudie pink colours.
Okay.
Because you've gone purple and it's all very muted.
Okay.
Or, however, you are wearing blue to the wedding, so I don't know. You could probably go a little bit stronger.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking I might do a mixture of maybe a pink
Yeah,
with something on it to tone it down a bit.
yeah, maybe those two. However, today
Today,
we're
going
just
to
doing
do this
We're just
one.
doing this
Okay.
because I'm in charge.
Okay. What colour is that, by the way?
I don't know. Can you read that?
No.
No,
Can you read that?
no, it's all too small. All too small for us ladies.
I've got glasses, but it might be determined, persistence, or promotion.
it's determined,
Determined, yeah.
and I only knew that because
It had a D.
vaguely could see the word determined. So I'm determined to get this on. So like that, sort of like that. Yeah, that's the one. I'm probably going to do a totally different shape to what you always do, and you're probably going to go, oh yeah, okay, that's nice, Kim. However, I don't do it like that. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
It's too light for you?
No, it's not too late for me, but what I like about that is that when I do it, I start off up and you started in the middle, and I think it's got a more natural look that way.
Yeah, I go that way, and I go that way, and that way, and then I go like that. However, I haven't got your bottom lip straight, but you could straighten that up, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Because I think it's really quite difficult to put on somebody. I mean, putting makeup on somebody else is difficult. But yeah, but I like that colour on you.
Yeah.
No? You wouldn't go for that colour, would you?
No, I wouldn't go, I'd mix this colour with another colour, but it looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
But I think it's because where you started. I sometimes start
Well, you need to
Like there.
accentuate your Cupid's bow. Always accentuate your Cupid's bow. And it's a shame that they don't do a highlighter, like for the tops of your cheeks here, and highlighter for your brow bone, and a little bit of highlighter for your Cupid's bow. But I'm sure they do, but you just don't
I
have
just
that.
probably don't have it.
Yeah.
So, should I put another? Just keep this one.
I
colour?
think you should put another layer of mascara on, because everybody should see that one is never enough. I don't think. No.
Okay.
If I'm going out, it's the false eyelashes as well. So. And I know Maud's got an eyebrow pencil. No, it's not eyebrow. It's an eyeliner pencil. That's quite good for going
Eyebrow.
up inside. Do you ever do that, Maud?
What's
Do you
that?
ever put
Oh yeah, underneath.
yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, it's more relevant for somebody like me who's got blonde eyelashes, because even though I put mascara on, there's always that little gap where there's just like blonde eyelashes because you can't get the mascara to the very, very point of entry. So that kind of works for me better, but you've got nice dark eyelashes, so. Actually, could you use the brow kit for an eyeshadow?
Well, you can use that as a highlighter under the brow. You see?
Okay.
Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
let's do that. Let's get a brush.
So the brow kit has got dark and light for your eye, depending.
Right.
And then that highlighter for going under. I mean, I could use the brow kit to just darken my eye.
Oh, and that's worked.
And so maybe this is a highlighter that I could use for all of
Yeah.
those other places.
And have a look. Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
I can.
Mm.
Funny how I can see it really well here, but in the camera it doesn't look. So yeah, I couldn't see the peach blusher here. I couldn't see it on the camera.
Yeah, it's funny because obviously I do my makeup in the mirror, so maybe what I think is a lot of colour.
Is not.
It's
Do you think
not.
that's a lot? I think I've hardly put anything on.
I know, I like this look, but that's good for me. That's
Is
good
that?
for me, yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
Lovely.